Hi everyone, I'm Shelly from There's No Place Like Home at redheadmom8.wordpress.com. Usually I direct my videos towards homeschooling parents, but today's video I'm directing towards all parents, especially parents who are affected by the closing of schools, because I want to answer something for you. Do you want to know why you can't handle your kids? Schools haven't been closed more than a week or two, and I see posts of parents everywhere freaking out because they just can't handle having their kids at home with them. And it's not just having their kids at home with them. A lot of them are also trying to homeschool them on top of it, or to at least have their kids complete the online school that they're supposed to be doing. And you see memes going on everywhere about needing wine to deal with their kids and, wanting to expel their kids from homeschool on the first day. And it's funny, but you know what? I also get what a lot of them are feeling. A lot of frustration, a lot of panic, and a lot of impatience. And I want to explain to you why you're feeling this way. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that our compulsory schooling system has only been around for maybe the last 150 years or so, a little bit more than that. Before that, families were always together. Parents were always with their kids. So being home with them was not an issue at that point in time. But since compulsory school laws were passed and children started being away from their home, now kids are away from their home up, 30 plus hours a day. Most of the time it's more than 30 hours a day. And there have been generations of parents who just they don't know how to be with their kids anymore. Your kids are away at school, or they're at after school activities. They're at sports. You might be working. Sometimes they're at after school daycare. But suffice it to say that the reason that you are having such a hard time dealing with your children right now is simply this: you're not used to them. And I know it sounds sad to say that you're not used to your own kids, but that is truly what it is. And I'm not saying this in a way like, oh, I'm better than you because I'm at home with my kids. No, my kids used to go to school. I felt the same way. When my kids were in school, when they were at home with me, they would drive me crazy. Not to say that they never drive me crazy now, but I've actually, I've reached a point where, I'm okay with the craziness and I have found a nice balance. But yeah, when my kids were in school, there were times that I thought to myself, oh my gosh, my kids have me pulling my hair out. So yeah, I was one of those parents that literally signed my kids up for every single after school activity that I thought would interest them. And a lot of times, yeah, it was because I thought that they would like it. But in the back of my mind, I was always thinking to myself, well, at least I'll get a break while they're at this after school activity. But, looking back on it, I'm wondering now, I don't even know what I was thinking. What break? I had already been away from them all day. Why did I need more of a break from them for them to be in school even longer? But that really is the mentality that a lot of us have when we have our kids in school. We are so used to having someone else have them in their guardianship for most of the day that when the time comes that our kids have to be at home with us, we don't know what to do. And so, unfortunately, that is what a lot of you are feeling right now, is just because you're not used to it. So I want to encourage you right now. I mentioned that schools have only been closed, maybe a week or two at this point. Give yourself time. You have got to get used to being together again. And it's not just you, your kids have to get used to being at home again. A lot of them are used to being gone all the time. They're not used to being in the house all the time. They're not used to being with siblings all the time or with their parents all the time. This is a transition for everyone. You've got to give yourself time. So I see a lot of people just saying that, trying to homeschool their kids during this time, or trying to get them to do their work that they're supposed to be doing. They just want to give up and they don't know how teachers do it. You have really, really only been doing this for a very short time. Just, move into it slowly. Allow your kids and yourself to just, hang out together, do things together, enjoy being with one another. And you know what? It's not going to happen right away. Small steps are better than no steps at all. So I just want to encourage you in this. Don't give up. And don't feel like you're a bad parent, or don't feel like your kids are horrible human beings, because the fact of the matter is that unfortunately we're living in a society where parents and kids, they're not together like they once were. And I truly wish that we could get back to that, so that we wouldn't have to deal with these relational things between parents. Unfortunately, though, I don't see that happening anytime soon. So in the meantime, just think of this as a bonding experience for you and your kids. Think of this as a gift. Don't think of it as a burden. Your children are a gift. Treat them that way. Treat this time together that way. And above all else, give yourself grace. Anyway, that's all that I have for you today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet and would like to hear more of what I have to say, I would love if you would do that. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave one over on Instagram, because YouTube disabled my comments. And if you like my work and would like to check out my Patreon page, I will leave a link in the description box for that as well. And I hope you have a great day.